Hey all, welcome to my channel. Today's video, it's going to be a quick video basically. It's in relation to the Lakers Memphis Grizzlies game, specifically with Shannon Sharpe, but more specifically, it comes down to like how much fan interactions there is on court to NBA players, and as far as like if you're a star that's in the as a fan, are you allowed to do the exact same thing as like what a normal fan would do basically. I'll show you a quick recap or a quick highlight based off of ESPN's own YouTube channel. Um, uh, Let it speak for itself, basically.
And hi again, everyone, with Mark Jackson, Mike Breen on hand. We'll check in with Malika in just a moment. Never a dull moment in the NBA, because after the buzzer sounded, there was a little bit of an incident here courtside at the Crypto.com arena. Dylan Brooks was having words with Shannon Sharpe, Hall of Famer and broadcast.
And you see Steven Adams comes over to protect his guy along with the supporting cast, and then Shannon Sharpe still talking, and T. Morant, John Morant's dad, comes over. Had an opportunity to talk to T. Morant, and he said, my blood pressure didn't go up a bit. Nothing but love and respect for Shannon Sharpe. It's a bunch of guys talking a bunch of trash.
So now the question is like, there's that aspect first off, the fan interaction, of course. Then there was the other aspect as well too, with the aspect of what happened later on in the game as well too. Let me just bring it up. Grizzlies. Well, in reality, let's just forget about that right now. But it comes down to the fact that there was a whole lot of things going on in the game itself, basically. But in any case, this is a more important factor where, when it comes to fan interference, how much fan interference can there be actually? Because it's one of those things where this is Shannon Sharpe, of course, a former NFL player, now on the undisputed on and the NFL Network, or I forgot what network exactly, where he's undisputed is one of the hosts for Undisputed. The question is he is still a celebrity, but the thing was he got into a heated argument, and then of course T. Morant's dad jumped in as well too, John Morant's father. But the question is like, Sharpe basically was going on court and basically a lot of trash talking, heated talk, basically almost led to a fight in a ways. It comes down to the point is like, how much fan interference should there be? I mean, reality is now it's like with this and all the other times. I mean, it's a case where like it's good for the game that you have fans on the court and they have slight interaction on that. But the question is now the case of how much trash talking can they do on court? I mean, yeah, players are supposed to be professional players for that matter are supposed to be fully aware of what's going on, but at the same time, like, also have the ability to ignore them at that point too. I'm like, focus on the game. This case is, it seems like there wasn't, and the other aspect is like the fact that Shannon Sharpe went onto the court is another big factor as well too. Like, stepped onto the court at that point, quite honestly. Should he have been kicked out of the game? It looks like they were escorting him out of the game. But the question is, should there be a suspension at this point as well too? Because in reality, unless he has an ownership of the team or teams, whatever it may be, or is some form of way supposed to be on the court, he should not be on there. He should be kicked off. So now it comes down to this is probably going to lead into more aspects of the game down the line, with more fans being on courtside, where they're probably going to just come onto the court eventually, to the point where like there's going to be a case where like you're going to have a fan eventually getting really pissed off at a player, because that's probably going to go back and forth. I mean, you'll have like celeb fans going back and forth with the players, but at the same time there's going to be like probably a normal player where he's going to talk trash talk, probably go beyond what he should be saying, that steps basically will be stepping over the line, with an NBA player, and the NBA player is probably just gonna say something as well that's gonna go over the line as well too, to the point where like that fan or fans will just start crossing and just start attacking the player. So the question is if that happens, will the NBA institute a sort of removal of courtside seats, or have sort of barrier at that point, which then kind of negates the fan experience? Um, I don't know, but it's a question of this: is was Shannon Sharpe right in stepping onto the court? I mean, granted, I don't have the facts as to what was said between the players and such and the fans, but in reality, it's a question of should he be allowed to have stepped on the court in the first place? It's like basically fans in the NFL, NHL, as well as Major League Baseball. Should they be allowed in the fields? When they go into the field, they get tackled immediately. Specifically at the NFL and the MLB ballparks and football stadiums onto the field. Now the question is NHL. Of course, it's very hard for them to get onto the rink because you've got those barriers for the protection, of course. But at the same time, this is a case where now with fans in the NBA, should they be allowed to get onto the court eventually? It might come down to the case of you know what, they'll probably have guards at that point, security guards, which again debilitates the experience of being a fan with the having that NBA experience. Um, in any case, let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment and let me know your thoughts. Should should the NBA do something about this as far as fans having the ability to get onto the courts during games, specifically even during halftime? Like between quarters, should they be allowed, or should there be guards posted at that point, or like security placed right there, and they have to be there 24/7? Like throughout the entirety of the game, or do you think fans should still have that experience being there, quite close to the court, close to the game, close to the players, and still have the ability, but still kind of police themselves at that point as well too? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the facts of it. This is something I've just saw very quickly and decided to record at this point. So it's up to you what you decide, but please leave your comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. I do read my comments and I will do a remark with them. I do remark or reply to them at least when I get notified, that is. And also please subscribe. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Unfiltered, as I normally end off, unfiltered, unedited, and unrehearsed. Until next time.